Hi everybody, good day. We are Team Letter G and today we're going to explain our final project, and the members of this team, we are Jonathan Francisco Valdez Flores, Paulette Montserrat Salazar Escalona, Edson Aldair Valera Hernández, Aida Flor Esbeidi Almazán Cano, and Hernán Cortés Ibarra. Let's start with what we are going to explain. First, we're going to analyze a construction worker. He will carry a coast, I don't remember the name. Yes, a sack of cement. He works in Centro Médico Cuervo. This medical center are making his hospital more as bigger, and they need the sacks to continue do his construction. And the object that the construction worker are carry is has a weight of 50 kilograms. We are going to analyze this activity with two ergonomic methods. The first one is OWASP method, and the second one is Arula. And to finally this project, we are going to give a solution to this problem. And let's start.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to explain you the first method that was OWASP method. Well, about the position of the legs, here we have the number 2, that we have two straight legs. About the position of the arms, we have the number 2, that is a lower arm and a raiser arm. And about the position of the back, we have a bent back, that in this case it's the number 2. Well, about the load, cause the weight is 50 kilograms. Here we have the number 3. Next slide, please. Well, here we can see about the legs, we have the number 2. About the leg, we have the number 3. I have the arm, we have the number 2. And about the back, we have the number 2. And after after 3, we can see that the score final was 3. And what it means, next slide. Well, it means that the posture of the worker cause harmful effects to the musculoskeletal system, and the posture requires to be changed immediately. Well, the solution that we will implement is that the worker use a wheelbarrow when they must move a cement lamp, and we think that it's important that the cement lamps that the workers move doesn't weigh more than 20 kilograms, so we could get a score of 1. Well, let me show you it. Next slide. Well, here I will show you how it can be changed. Well, the change that it will have, it's about the arms. We had number 2, and well, now we will have number 1. About the back, well, if the worker uses the wheelbarrow, it will change number 1 because we won't have a bent back. Well, about the legs, it's the same, and obviously the load will change. We had a number 3, and we will have a number 2. After this, we can see that we got a score of 1, and it means that the activity will be good by the worker and won't cause problems. And that's it. Next.
I'm going to talk about rapid upper limb assessment, Rula method. In the video, I analyze a man carrying a cement bag over his shoulder. Next page, please. Next. First, in the letter A, arm and wrist analysis, I had to observe the movements of the guy. And in the step number 1, I selected 4 points because he has his hand more than 90 degrees. Then in the second step, locate lower arm position, I choose 2 points because his arm is over 100 degrees. Then in the third step, locate risk position, I have to select 3 points. And then in the step 4, rise twist, his hand is twisted in mid-range, so plus 1 point. Then of this, I have the step number 5. I need to look up poster score in table A using values from step number 1 to number 4, locate scores in table A. Analyzing this table, I got a score of 4 points. Next page, please. In step 6, add muscle use score, I didn't add anything. In the in the 7th step, add force or load score, I choose 3 points because it's more than 22 lbs. Finally, in step 8, I had to find row in the table C. From step 5 to 7, I made a sum and then I wrote the number in the table. I got a 7. Next page, please. Next, please. In the letter B, neck, trunk, and leg analysis, in step 9, locate neck position, I selected 3 points. His neck is more than 20 degrees. Before, please. In step 10, locate trunk position, I choose 3 points, and in the next step, 11, legs, his legs are not supported, so I added 2 points. And in the step number 12, I need to look up posture score in table B. Using values from step 9 to 11, I got the score of 5 points. Next page, please. Okay, in step 13, I didn't add muscle use score, and like the step number 7, in step 14, I choose 3 points. I made a sum, I got an 8, and in the last step, I found in the column in table C, I got a ruler score of 7. It means we have to investigate and implement some changes in the activities that a person is realizing. One of the solutions can be to use a hard pressure test. That's all. Thank you. Well, next I will expose the anthropometry part, for which we made the measurement of 10 men, taking as a reference the measurements of the height of the elbow and the maximum research with a grip. For this, the tape measure was used as a tool, and then the calculation of the mean and standard deviation were carried out to finish calculation the percentiles, and they are shown in this slide. Next, please. Well, when I analyzing the data obtained with the anthropometry method, it's concluded that based on the 95 percentile, the most valuable measurements for the conveyor belt are those of 1.08 meters in the height of the elbow and 0.75 meters for the gripping distance, and for the performs the activity in the best way of the worker. Next, please. And then continue with the improvement proposal, which is showing the layout in which the light trucks and cargo cars and the conveyor belts come in the showing this on the turbo way. Next, please. Okay. When proposing improvement proposal was made with the intention of being able to eliminate the possible risk, And showing the next list. And number one is lumbar and cervical injuries, tiredness, sprains, broken bones, hernia, muscle pains, falls, and bruising. Next, please. Okay. The cost of the implementing the improvements are shown in next in this slide. The conveyor is built and listed first, and they are also for the transport of goods and heavy products. This has a cost of 95,000, and then have a lift truck. They are heavy transport vehicles and that are used mainly to move or push the different objects with a cost of 170,963 with 40 cents. And finally, we have the price of the cargo cart that are used to transport a heavy load and machines reducing to change of endures doing more easy the work, and the price is of 2,190. Next, please.
Hello, my name is Aldair, and now I'm going to talk about the details that we can avoid. Next slide, please. First is low back pain. Is localized pain in the lower back whose origin is due to muscle contractures due the overload. Next, please. The second is bursitis, repetitive movements that press on the synovial bags. It usually occurs when you lift something over your head repeatedly. Next, please. And finally, rotator cuff tear. This problem occurs in workers who perform activities that involve repeatedly holding their arms flexed.
Uh, well, after what have we seen, we can conclude that the way that the worker does their activities is a really bad way because, well, um, he was 50 kilograms, and it is normal by a human. I don't we don't understand why the employers don't pay attention to it. It's important because, well, Simon Lab showed the obviously weight 50 kilograms. It's so much weight. Well, that's it of us, and thank you for everything.